Hey, what do you say? We're on the cusp of Extreme Rules going down this weekend. My name is Tommy Paradise.
It's showtime, folks. It's your boy DJ, and I'm ready to get into this.
Yeah.
We got a
Run-In
lot of stuff.
Podcast is brought to you by Figure Collections, shop.figurecollections.com. Use the code RUN10 to save 10%. And we have to give a shout out to Jack over at Figure Collections because a lot of emotional roller coaster for him last week as his mom and his grandfather are in Florida in Fort Myers Beach, and we're right in the middle of the hurricane. He thought his grandfather actually had passed for a little while. And then miraculously, there was actually a video of him being pulled from rubble the next day.
Wow.
And I checked in with him today, and everybody seems to be doing better. So they've got their lives, and I mean, obviously, there's a lot going on, a lot to rebuild and stuff like that, like there is with most of that area of Florida at this point. But glad to hear that Jack's family is doing okay, especially after he thought his grandfather did not make it. So, crazy stuff going on down there in Florida. So hopefully all our listeners down in Florida are okay as well.
Yeah,
I know for a fact we've got a few down there. So
yeah,
a couple two train
yourselves
down there, but we should have some more news on. I know Jack kind of took the week off to figure out what was going on with his family and see if he could get down there and help and things like that. So no updates from Jack on the retros and things like that, but Hornswoggle, he's still up for pre-order up on shop.figurecollections.com, and for $33.97, and you can use that code RUN10 to save 10% to get him. Adam Bomb, Glow in the Dark, still there, and of course Dynamite Kid. I think everything's still in stock for the most part as far as new stuff. So new regular Adam Bomb too with a brand new card is on there. The only one that's sold out recently is Greg the Hammer Valentine, which actually, I'll be honest with you, that surprises me a little bit with the Mattel Greg the Hammer Valentine coming up. So
that surprises me too.
Yeah, but good for them. So we did have a giveaway last week. It was the Shotzi Blackheart Elite 95. Great figure, not even in stores yet, or I haven't seen it in stores yet. Your winner, all you had to do was retweet our pinned tweet, which was our episode tweet, and follow the call up and the Fig Cave. Our winner is at BXPRJ. That's JAY. Shoot us a DM over on Twitter, and we will get your prize out to you. You'll get that Shotzi Blackheart Elite 95. Jason is his name. BXPRJAY. Congratulations, my man. Congrats on snagging that Shotzi Blackheart, and that is courtesy of our friends over at Wrestling Collector Shop. You can use code RUN10 there to save 10%. Don't forget Mike Lanham. It is a damn nice figure. Honestly, the detail on that figure is insane. I was checking it out. It was like off to the side here. We're at recording. I've been checking it out, and it is very, very detailed and very good. And she's relevant again. They just started talking about it. She's just kind of back on TV here. So, yeah, good stuff there. No giveaway this week. We can't do giveaways every week, guys. We can't do giveaways every week. So no giveaways this week. We will we'll be back with some giveaways in the next week or so. Next show, we do have one giveaway actually that we're doing. We're gonna have an Extreme Rules pick'em. More details on that a little bit later on in the show. But we also have the Patreon giveaway, which this month is the NWO Target exclusive Macho Man. All you got to do is be a member of the Patreon to win. Tiers start at $1. There's a $5 tier and there's a $10 tier. $10 tier gets you 3 entries, $5 tier gets you 2, and $1 gets you 1 entry. $1 entry gets you shout out on an episode show notes, 1 entry into the monthly giveaway, access to the Fig Cave Facebook group to buy, sell, trade, and talk figs. In fact, going on right now as we're talking, on a Wednesday night, there is a Fig Cave flea market, 48-hour flea market where you can buy, sell, and trade figs on there. Then we got the mid-carder That is a $5 a month tier. You get all the previous tiers, plus you get a run-in sticker, exclusive content to watch-alongs, articles, and bonus content, including an unboxing that DJ just did that will be up there shortly. Our draft episodes, Kenny unboxed the Macho Man new edition figure. Phil has done a couple of, from the Fig Cave podcast, has done a couple of unboxings as well, including one with his kid. And you'll get 2 entries into the monthly Patreon giveaway, early access to our shows, video version of the show, ad-free content, 24/7 access to us to talk figs, wrestling, and anything else via Discord. That, again, is $5 a month. And then $10 a month, you're going to get all the previous benefits. Plus, you'll get breaking news segments. You'll be able to sit in on a live recording of the show once a month, a run-in magnet with 3 entries into the monthly Patreon giveaway, plus an exclusive discount code in the Run-In Podcast store, which is merch.runinpod.com. And speaking of Patreon, we do have a new member this week. He's a new old member, or an old new member. Not sure exactly how you'd say that, but Johnny Burgos, Johnny JB, is he jumped back into the Patreon after being on hiatus for a little bit. So glad to have him back. He is a good brother. He's down in Florida as well, too. Yeah, he said he's all good. He's on the other side of the state, so he's all good.
Nice.
Just some trees down, nothing major. So and I'm doing hey, what do you say? I haven't done that in a little while on the Patreon as well. Haven't done that in about 2 weeks, but I'm gonna fire one off next week. So runinpod.com. Dean, the social media machine, he is on TikTok live every single Friday at noon Eastern. I'm not sure how TikTok works because I'm over the age of 35. So just search for us, I guess, on TikTok. And then, of course, you can check out the runinpod.com. Check out the merch store. That is merch.runinpod.com. And we do have some Kenny's corrections here. Kenny finally listened now that we're back. We were talking about the Lions Den match, and Ken Shamrock versus Blackman was SummerSlam 99, which that kind of surprised me. I thought it was way earlier than that. And then he said, fun fact, this would be Ken Shamrock's second Lions Den match. He was the same match with Owen the year before, which I actually thought 98 was even late. Like I don't know. I just thought that was way, way, way earlier for some reason. And then we did have another correction. Bandito did have a video package. It was very quick, but he did have one. We were talking about how nobody knew who the fuck he was last week on AEW. And then he was offered a full-time contract like immediately by AEW, but no word as to whether he signed it or not. So there's all our corrections.
I'm sure he did.
Oh, why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he?
Right. Come on, Bandito. In fact, I'll say right now, they make a Bandito figure. I'm buying it. How about that? Like, that's how impressed.
He's very toyetic, very cool looking.
Guy. Yeah.
Very cool looking, but what's up, man? What are you drinking tonight? You got where's the Vigilante drip then? You haven't had the Vigilante drip in quite some time.
I haven't, have I?
What's up with it? What's up with that, as the Hurricane would say?
I don't know. I just been, just seltzering it, I guess, trying not to, gain the 30 pounds back that I lost. So I got the high news, the lemon high news tonight.
It's I think it's been ever since Matt Raywall, aka Aiden English, said that the whiskey you were using was cheap. I don't think you've used.
Probably so. I
don't think you've had the Vigilante drip since he called you out.
I won't even deny it. Like that. That's probably right.
Oh man.
Won't even deny it.
Bear with me here, folks. This week, yeah,
there you go. Gift me with some good whiskey. I'll happily accept and drink it on the air.
Bear with me, folks, a little bit this week. I am fighting some kind of. You can probably hear my voice a little bit. I'm fighting something here. I got all kinds of shit in my chest, hacking up a lung. It's been going on for like 2 weeks. Finally going to call the doctor tomorrow. I told my wife I was walking around Target today, and I was like, I think I got to call the doctor. I think it's time to call the doctor. I am stubborn as fuck when it comes to.
I'm about to say, anytime a man says he's got to call a doctor, it must be pretty bad.
Yeah. So it's not COVID because me and my kid have been both sick for like 2 or 3 weeks, and we've tested a bunch of times, and it's not COVID. So
not the vid. All right.
Not the vid.
Maybe a good old Colt, maybe Colt trying to come,
An
trying to get some,
old-fashioned cold. Can you believe that?
trying to come out of the trying to come out of catering here and get out to the ring.
It's always like when the seasons change, me and my kid both like get nailed with like allergies,
Season
and then
changes suck.
yeah, we don't do anything about it, and then it ends up being like a terrible, terrible infection or something, and we both end up super sick, and we're stupid.
Great.
We're strong-headed men that don't want to go to the doctor. So,
I'm sure you're not alone. I'm sure there's plenty of folks going, I don't go until I see Jesus sitting on the bedside. Do I go to the doctor?
But other than that, man, I think I mean the holidays right around. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention before we jump into in the ring, I do want to mention Mike Lanham's charity stream. You can find the link to it in the Fig Cave Facebook group if you're in there. He's going to stream. I think it's Thanksgiving weekend. He's going to do it. All the details are on there. We're still working out a giveaway. If you do a donate, we're going to put everybody's names into a hat, and pick a winner of some kind of elite. We'll snag an elite for you, or maybe an ultimate. Who knows? And we'll hook you up with something if you donate. So make sure if you're in the Fig Cave, you check that out, and we'll get that all squared away. Mike doing some good work there. With a charity video game stream to benefit one of the hospitals down in Kentucky where he lived. As you guys know, if you listen to the draft episodes, he's well below the Mason-Dixon line, as I like to say. So, all right. Any other housekeeping items here? I think we hit everything on the list. I think it is time to get into the ring, DJ.
Let's do it.
All right. In the Ring is brought to you by Buy, Sell, Trade Toys on Instagram. He's also on Whatnot. I jumped on one of his Whatnot streams today and enjoyed it. I didn't buy anything, but I did enjoy watching. Whatnot is such a cool app. I really do dig it. But if you buy anything from Buy, Sell, Trade Toys, you can use the code RUN10 for 10% off. Even on Instagram, you can just DM them and put that code in. I hit him up because we'll talk about it in the toy aisle segment here in a few minutes, but I had to hit him up for something. Unfortunately, he didn't have what I was looking for, but yeah.
But he'll work on it though. Like if you,
absolutely,
if you talk to him like that, I mean, the dude hustles. Like the man will hustle for you.
Absolutely.
So, I would definitely keep this man in mind when I'm looking for stuff.
Oh, absolutely. He's on my speed dial of people I go to right away. So, Fun fact here as we start in the ring, Kane's debut was 25 years ago today. Man. Kane. That's crazy. Crazy to think. I've never been a huge Kane fan, but like he's never been one of my favorites, but like I do like I don't know. Exactly. He's been such an iconic member of WWE, obviously a Hall of Famer and all that stuff. Just very, very cool that it's been. Well, I don't know if it's cool because it makes me feel old as hell, but 25 years.
Like there's a couple
Kane.
of sobering things. Like the 20-year anniversary of DX as well for coming up on the premiere of SmackDown, right? So
Raw. I thought it was on Raw. Yeah, Raw.
It's probably on Raw.
And I think it's 25 years.
But they put that up there. I was like, God, why did you put that up there?
Yeah, it's crazy. But
still selling merch.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Extreme Rules is coming this weekend. Does the Fiend or Bray Wyatt or whatever they're going to call him, the White Rabbit, whatever, does he return this weekend at Extreme Rules, DJ?
You know what? I'm going to vote yes. I think they see that like the little code thing popping up is starting to get old already. And, I think they got their finger on the pulse of that, like seeing that not so many people are like, now we're like, okay, let's get on with it. You got us, you got us interested. Now get on with it. So I think it's time to pull the trigger. And, and there's been video of Bray working out and everything. So pull the trigger.
I think without a shadow of a doubt, he returns this weekend, unless for some reason they're saving it for Survivor Series or even the Saudi show coming up. So, I guess that doesn't really give you a definitive answer, but I will say, yes, he is returning at Extreme Rules.
And we'll all pop.
Absolutely, man. I cannot wait for him to come back. All right, so we'll run down the card here. We'll make our picks. I don't remember who is champion, and I'm not saying that to be like a dick thinking I am and just trying to be funny. I legitimately do not. Oh, it is you. All right.
Yes.
I was not sure. Legitimately, 100% not. I was gonna say let's we'll do it, but we'll have Vacant be the champion, and then whoever wins this.
Yeah, basically, I won. It was the championship match being worth 2 points is what got me the championship.
Gotcha. All right, man. So we've got 6 matches right now on Wikipedia. That's how we do this. So we run down the card here. First match, we're going to work our way up. We've got the Brawling Brutes versus Imperium in a 6-man tag team. Good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. That's not me trying to be cute. That is literally the name of the stipulation in this match. So who do you got, DJ? You're the champ. You going Sheamus, Ridge Holland, and Butch, or Gunther, Ludwig, and Giovanni?
Man, like, first of all, I love the word Donnybrook, especially when I'm not in the middle of one trying to watch a football game. Yeah, Lord knows I've been to enough Raider games. And anywho, so I'm going to pick the Imperium.
All right. Any reason why?
I think they want to continue the Gunther character being this badass, and the Imperium be like, you want this group to be worth something, like, trying to build up the power of that faction as well. It won't hurt the Brutes to lose, just basically make it to where it's really hard to, just like the title match we just saw with them, with Sheamus and Gunther, just make it really hard for them to win. And you're still gonna think you're not gonna, that won't take anything away from the Brutes, but yet I feel like if you're gonna build the Imperium, they need to win here.
I saw a wicked random stat today that Gunther has only lost, since he's been called up to the main roster, he's only lost twice clean. Which is crazy. Or since he's been in WWE, he's only lost. I can't remember if it was since he's been called up to the main roster or like in total with NXT.
Right.
Like since he's been a part of WWE. I got to go Imperium too on this one, just because I think they are building Gunther to be like a badass, like just a guy that's going to come in and beat the shit out of you. So I got to go with Imperium. I think
he might get the strap one day.
I would not be shocked. I mean, obviously he's got the IC title. But yeah, I got to go Imperium on this one.
All right.
The next match is Edge versus Finn Balor. With, of course, Finn Balor will have the Judgment Day in his corner. It is an I Quit match. I got to go Finn Balor on this one. Just because, again, I think they're trying to build Judgment Day up to be this big thing. The only thing I could see maybe where that doesn't go Judgment Day's way is AJ Styles getting involved, because there was some tomfoolery going on there this past Monday on Raw with AJ Styles and Judgment Day. So unless AJ joins Judgment Day, that could happen, right? It can. Who do you got in this one?
For some reason, I think Edge pulls this thing out, and AJ joins with the.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think both things happen some kind of way, like some kind of crazy way. Both things happen.
All right. Bianca Belair with Alexa Bliss and Asuka takes on Bayley with Damage Control, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky in a ladder match for the WWE Raw Women's title. Your turn to pick first.
I think this is the toughest match to pick, because You got Bailey, who like again, so you got this faction that we got here. They've been doing a great job building them. And you got Bailey, who is, a legitimate champion. Like, she's a legitimate champion if she were to win this. And has held it, successfully. But I'm gonna go Bianca here, not because of the reasons why you're about to say, but because I just don't like. I just think for whatever reason I don't think this is the time that they take that they eventually they will take the title off of Bianca, probably right before WrestleMania. But I don't think this is the pay-per-view.
No, I don't think they're taking out the belt. I want to pick Bailey so bad because I know she just came back, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go to the dark side with DJ and pick Bianca Belair. Only because Bianca is doing all these commercials. They are building the shit out of her to be a legitimate superstar. And I don't, like you said, man, I don't think they're ready to take the title off of her. She's doing all kinds of like charity stuff.
You can get the extension.
Yeah, she was on ESPN Game Day. Like, I just think they are taking her and running as far as they can go with her. I think Bailey will eventually beat her for the title. I don't think it's going to be this time. I think this is going to be the start, or this is going to be one of many matches in a program here that goes a little bit longer than what we're used to. I think so, but I am going to pick Bianca. That's a 2-point match for both of us on this one. So, because it is,
and then real quick, I think I'll even venture to say, like, right in my mind right now, I think Bailey might even be a favorite to win the Rumble.
No, that's not a bad choice.
Yep,
that's not a bad choice.
With the other two ladies helping her throughout the, like, all three of them get in the match at one point and just start, doing the deeds and having Bailey come out at the end.
Yeah. All right. 3 matches left here on the card. We got next up, it's Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross in a strap match. I do love that every match has a stipulation.
Yes.
And it's not just an Extreme Rules match. Like, it's legitimately like strap match or the pit match or an I Quit match. Like, I like that it's a little bit of everything. Drew McIntyre is on, I feel like, on some kind of losing streak. But Karrion Kross just came back. When I watched SmackDown last week, Karrion Kross got like the last word in. I got to go Kross on this, I think.
All right. I'm going to go Mac. Like you said, I think he's about due. I
did just kind of talk myself out of that, didn't I? I was like, he's on some kind of losing streak. I think it's going to continue. I'm going to pick somebody else.
So yeah, I think he's due. I think that is funny. And I think it wouldn't hurt Kross to lose this match at all. Like, you just keep going with what you're doing.
Yeah.
This possibly could be where we see Bray. And maybe he and Kross probably have something going, which I would not mind.
No, I would not either.
So yeah, but I think somehow, some way, still Mac pulls it
off. Next we got Matt Riddle and Seth freaking Rollins, who it came out this week that he wanted to drop that freaking from his name before Vince retired. I think they should drop that from his name. I think it takes away from it when it's actually part of his name and not just something that comes out naturally. But fight pit match, Daniel Cormier is going to be the special guest referee. Will he get involved? Who do you I think it's your turn to pick.
Okay.
First, I'm going to Riddle or Rollins.
As much as a fan I am of Riddle, I gotta go with. I think I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins here. I think they're gonna try to make, like, I think now it's him trying to get back to the title picture. That is definitely not happening if he loses this match. Like, it's just not happening. So I think he wins it. Just because they mentioned, like, all of that mention of it at on the last episode of Raw here makes me think he pulls this out.
Gotcha. My pick for this one is going to be Riddle because he has the fight pit match experience. Former MMA guy. I think he's in his element here. And it's his stipulation. So I'm going with the bro. And then the last match for 2 points. 2 points. We got the women's championship match, SmackDown Women's Championship, Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey. This is another tough one, man. Liv has done such a good job as champ. I don't think anybody wants. Ronda's kind of becoming a Goldberg where nobody wants to see her anymore. Nobody wants her to be champ anymore. I'm going Liv on this one, man.
Yeah, I even say at this point with Ronda, I would put her with Blazer and have a tag team with them, like the 2 MMA women, and let them have a tag team breaking arms and possibly even winning the tag team titles.
Yep.
That I think that's a better way to go. I think especially like Shayna's pretty good on the mic. So you don't have to have Ronda on the mic.
She is atrocious.
That's what I would do with that. Not like, I think Ronda's in ring work has improved, but just the mic skill, she's just not comfortable. Like, I think she's just way more comfortable sitting in a press conference kind of a feel.
Yeah.
So I think Liv continues on here. I don't, like you said, like I don't see a reason. I don't even see why you would take it off of her at this point. I don't think it's time yet.
I think they've done a really good job building up Liv in this hardcore Extreme Rules kind of element. Like, obviously it is not what she is known for. And I think she is doing a really good job with it. And I think they've done a really good job with her, like showing that she can be hardcore or be extreme. I'm becoming a Liv fan. I mean, I've always kind of been a Liv, like I've always enjoyed her. But yeah, I am digging her title run here.
So yeah, she's doing a great job.
Who'd you pick? Sorry, you picked Liv as well. Sorry, I did not write it down. All right.
Yes,
I thought so. All right. So here's the rundown. We both picked Imperium. You picked Edge. I picked Finn Balor. We both picked Bianca. You picked Drew. I picked Karrion Kross. You picked Rollins. I picked Riddle. We both picked Liv. So title matches are not going to matter.
No, it's going to be the singles matches.
Yep, it's going to be all the single matches, but that's all right. That's all right. All right, let's move on here. We got any other? Actually, we do have another WWE topic before we move on here, and it has to do with the pay-per-view. Are you cool with the Saturday night pay-per-views? I know when they first dropped, we kind of were like, "Oh, this is great, this is great." But as they've kind of progressed, I'm more and more like, "Fuck, it's a Saturday night. I got other shit to do. I'm not going to be able to watch right away."
Yeah. The way I feel about, I think it depends on the pay-per-view. So I think we'll put WrestleMania to the side because they're doing both nights.
Right.
But something like the Royal Rumble or SummerSlam, those should be on a Sunday. Like, that's a Sunday big fight feel pay-per-view. Put it on Sunday. Something like, like this one, Fastlane or, something like that. I actually don't mind it being on Saturday.
See, I'm the opposite. I think the big ones should be on Saturday nights because I think people will plan around those. Like, oh, fuck, this Saturday is the Royal Rumble. This Saturday is obviously WrestleMania. SummerSlam is this Saturday. Although SummerSlam's hard too because it's like you're in the middle of the summer and people are doing shit like nonstop. So maybe SummerSlam is on Sunday, but then Survivor Series is on a Saturday. Like, make the big four on Saturdays, and then have the other ones, Extreme Rules, because I think with Saturday you're competing with other things. You're competing with, like, for example, we didn't mention this in the beginning, but Blitzkrieg Pro, they're having their show this Friday and Saturday night. I'm going Saturday night. I already committed to going Saturday night. I'm not going to be around to watch a pay-per-view.
Right.
I'm going to be at a wrestling event on a Saturday night. If it was
Right.
Sunday night, I might have a hockey game, but I'm coming home and I'm going to watch that hockey game, and I'm going to flip between the football game and the pay-per-view, depending on the football game. I think with the paper, like, I think if you move these secondary pay-per-views to Sundays, you get more eyes on them because people don't have other stuff going on, with the exception of right now because of football season. Like, people might not be as apt to tune in because of football, but
right.
I would say, like, in a normal circumstance, people are going to be like, oh man, it's Sunday night. There's nothing on. Let's put the pay-per-view on. Or I just feel like with the big ones, you can have that Saturday night party feel where, hey, Royal Rumble's this Saturday. You want to come over? We'll order pizza, wings, have a couple drinks, whatever. Whereas Sunday, it's like, yeah, come on over, man. But I might leave at 10 because I have to work or whatever. But
yeah, that is true.
But I feel like you have a chance. Yeah. I feel like you have a chance to get more eyes on the secondary pay-per-views because there's not as many things going on a Sunday night as there are on a Saturday night. So, but that's just my 2 cents.
That's a good word. I was about to say, yeah, there's a good argument both ways there.
There really is. Halloween Havoc is coming up. I actually thought it was a little bit sooner, so we'll delay talking about that. It's not till the end of the month. It's the 22nd. I thought that was coming, but there's only 4 matches listed right now. But NXT, like, their first show with the new logo, like, they're calling it 2.1, got the lowest ratings that it's had in a long time. So hopefully that turns it around. I'm guilty of not watching. I have not turned it on in quite some time, but let's I think that,
man, Tuesday night's that's kind of tough. Like, you just had all this happen on Monday. That's a 3-hour show, and then you got 2. You go, wait, wrestling's on tomorrow too. And then Wednesday. So Tuesday can be kind of tough.
Yep, absolutely. The only other thing I had for WWE news was just they hired a Marvel writer. Where's this article? I got the guy's name here. WWE hires former Marvel Disney writer as director of long-term creative. His name is Rob Fee. He was officially hired as director of long-term creative this week. He'll officially start in that job this month, but he's already been working on the White Rabbit story that's been driving the internet crazy for the last few weeks. So what are your thoughts on this? You think it's going to turn WWE into more of a movie style show? Like, what do you think we should expect here?
Well, I mean, put it this way. So the heyday, we'll just say the heyday for right now, with the Monday Night Raw wars and everything. The writers were Teddy Prince Jr. and Patrice O'Neill, who's a excellent comedian that passed away. If you guys don't know,
R.I.P.
He's funny. And so this is not out of the realm of any, like, this is stuff that's always happened with WWE. And for the people that always that sometimes complain that WWE doesn't have long-term storytelling, which is baloney, but some people think that. Well, I mean, who better than a comic book writer, which comic books are like really long-term stories? Why not have that be somebody helping you with writing?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a good idea. I think it's any kind of writer like that. I don't like the TV show writers necessarily, but I'm okay with, like, movies, like, because you are doing long-term storytelling. You are doing certain I think there's certain elements of it that are the same.
Right.
But yeah, it's
I
kind
mean,
of
we just
crazy
watched
news.
10 years of movies that all connected, you
You're
know.
right.
So,
Right.
so I think this is a good idea. That's basically what I'm saying. Like, I mean, what more do you want,
Yep. I think it was kind of I mean, there's been rumors about like Disney buying WWE for a long time. And one of my arguments with one of my friends who's like, I think that's a terrible idea. One of my arguments has always been like, look at what Disney's done with the Marvel franchise.
with
Like they
everything that they've
right,
basically
they really
touched.
have turned it around, and I think it could be the same with WWE. I'm excited to see what this dude does. So and everybody's all up in arms about the White Rabbit story anyway. Like story is taking over the wrestling world at this moment.
Right.
Besides the
Right.
drama in AEW,
Which we'll get
which
to
we'll
in a second. But yeah.
yeah, I was just gonna say that, which we will
Um,
get to in a second.
right.
That is
I mean,
kind
like just to go with what you're saying, like the whole stigma. Like, first off, Disney has always owned things that are above a PG rating, just to let you guys know. Like, so if you go back in the day, I believe it was Touchtone Studios, that's really Disney. They just didn't put mouse ears on it. But and you got to see all kind, like that was like, people getting shot in the face and everything on Touchdown movies.
Yep.
And then, right now, like you can put, if you do the parental thing on your Disney Plus, you can get all of the Netflix, Disney or Marvel shows, and they're making Deadpool. They're making Deadpool
Right.
3. You don't think
Yep.
you think they're gonna pull back on Deadpool, like like on the stuff they're gonna do on Deadpool 3? No. So the whole stigma that you guys think that it's just, everything's gonna be G-rated now and everybody's got to say gosh darn, that's not what's gonna happen. They're
Right.
smart enough to like let the product do its thing.
Yep. Absolutely. It's going to be good stuff. Let's move on to AEW here for the week.
Right.
Sammy and Andrade have kind of taken over the news of AEW this week. I'll say I watched a little bit of Dynamite this week, and then I instantly sent DJ a message and was like,
I'm about to say we started early today.
yeah, I was like, yeah, but not as early as I wanted to. I sent you a message
Right.
at like 9:15 and was like,
Yeah.
man, this is a rough episode.
I was talking
of
on the
Dynamite.
phone.
Yeah, I was like,
I was like, the reason why I missed that message was I was talking to my girlfriend on the phone. Not even.
I was trying to get DJ to start early because I'm like, I don't want to sit through the end of this. And turns out we didn't miss anything. So the Acclaimed, they keep doing their thing, man. I felt like that show was dead until the Acclaimed came out. Like there was no crowd. The crowd was not interested until the Acclaimed came out. And then the Acclaimed came out and the show was over and that was it. So, but we got the Sammy Guevara and Andrade drama going on. And apparently before the show tonight, there was supposed to be, they got into an altercation backstage. Stop me if you've heard this before. They've got into an altercation behind this, backstage. Whether it's a shoot or not, we don't know. I don't think it's a shoot.
Made them change the card. Yeah.
Yeah, they made them change the card all around right before the show started. Tony sent him home. Tony's got a problem here because nobody is taking him seriously as far as like mind your P's and Q's or don't let this out in the public. Like I'm sure this shit happened all the time. To pick your era, golden era of WWE.
Any
Attitude era. Pick any era. Ruthless aggression. Pick any era of WWE or WCW for that matter. And this isn't getting out. Yeah, ECW. This kind of shit is not getting out to the media. I know we live in a little bit of a different world than we do now, but you don't think there's altercations with WWE, like talent backstage with WWE right now? Like, you never hear about it. You never hear about people getting sent home because they got into a fight in the locker room. Like, I feel like Tony is like the fucking principal at a school. And he's like, you two just got into an argument. Go home. You're done for the day. You're done for the day. Like, they could also be like, hey, let's take this. You two go beat the shit out of each other in that ring right now. We're going to have a match tonight. Like, feed into it. Like
Right.
build on whether it's a shoot or not, take it and build on it. We say it all the time. The best wrestling storylines are based on real life. So
Edge and Matt Hardy.
right, exactly. So have
That's a great
Andrade and
storyline.
Sammy Guevara start a program tonight. Start it on Twitter or whatever. But but I don't get why they can't do that. I don't get how all this stuff always gets out. Like they always, I don't know, man. It always
How old
seems
is
to
Tony?
leak out. That's a good question. It is a good question. Tony Khan is 39. Oh, he's the same age as me. He's born in 1982. Man, that makes me feel a little shitty about myself.
All right, no worries.
But he's got way more money than I do.
His dad has way more money than you do. Yeah, everybody. I'm sorry. That is my automatic. Like, it's just an automatic thing when people try to tell me, well, he has more money than Vince or WWE. I'm just like, his dad might, but he doesn't. Okay, stop telling me he has money. He doesn't have money. But anyway,
right.
The reason why I asked his age is because I think just this whole one thing that's just not working is the whole ignoring kind of traditions that happen in this business. And like you said, what you just described, that is that is one of the things that like it's like, hey, you guys have beef and it kind of spilled out a little bit. Okay, let's use that. Now in real life, you guys need to get this together because we can't have you go out there and hurt each other for real. Okay, because we don't make any money if you guys are injured. So get this over with. It sounds petty to me, like looking at the tweets. Everybody gets hit hard at some point in wrestling. Like that's what's going to happen. Like, so you handle it backstage or give them a receipt during the match, and that should be the end of it.
Keep your receipts, right?
Yeah. So, but this whole thing where we're, crying back and forth on Twitter, and then, I like a famous story for ECW, like is, and this is why I kind of laugh, like people kind of laugh at Taz, acting like a tough guy, is because he and RVD had some beef one day. And then RVD stepped to him and said, pick a hand. Taz picked one, he slapped shit out of him. And that was the end of the beef. Okay. So, this is so like you said, control your locker. Like it's obvious you don't have control of your locker room. The booking stinks. Like I don't want to ever hear anybody else talk about somebody not being booked correctly on WWE ever again. No more. I'm not accepting that as a thing anymore. Like, I mean, there's a bunch of wrestlers that we were all excited that got to AEW that have not been on the show for months, weeks. All right, stop.
Yeah, so, it's getting. So this tonight's show was also like the 3-year anniversary of Dynamite, and I was gonna ask, like, I feel like, and I again, I know we have to keep saying this over and over and over again, but I don't want AEW to fail. I want it to be good. I put it on tonight. I'm sitting here watching while we're getting ready for the show, doing a couple other things. Right. And it literally was just a bad show. I was like, I went in and hung out with my wife for a little bit. I went and watched my kid play Fortnite for a little bit. Like I love wrestling, but this was not doing it for me.
Man.
And I know we kind of buried them last week too. It's like, it's been a rough couple weeks for them with gaining interest. And I feel like my interest is always really, I feel like they do such a good job with the pay-per-views, but they only do 4 of them, which I'm not saying we need one every month, but when you're only doing 4 of them,
pay-per-view is 4 hours.
Right. Even Grand Slam was good though. Even Grand Slam was decent. And it's like, all right, you've got this interest right here, way up here. Now build on it. They need to find a way to be able to build on that interest instead of just, it's like they peak and then they fall right back into what they were doing before. And then it goes and then wash and repeat. Like they get you right here, way up here with Grand Slam, pay-per-views, whatever. And then literally the next couple weeks on Dynamite, it's like, oh, we're back down here. and it's the same shit, just staying steady. They can't build on that peak that they get, or that they can't build on that high moment that they get.
You know, I think one of the things that I noticed was that it seems like they overcorrect. And what I mean by that is, like, for example, like maybe a few weeks ago, everyone was saying, "Hey, where's all the ROH stuff? Like, you purchased ROH. We should care about ROH. Where's ROH?"
Right.
Almost this whole show was a ROH show, damn near, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, but the people that became AEW fans and remember, you know, all the other stuff about AEW, it's like, wait, who are these people? Where's my AEW people? Like, that's
Right.
why the Acclaim got such a big pop when they came out.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know if Saraya can wrestle. You know, I really don't. I haven't, you know, who knows? I don't know what her doctor report says, but that 6-woman match was just blah, like you said.
Yeah. Yep.
And then the ending was blah, like, you know, and she looked off, you know, timing looked off, like where they were, you know, supposed to just be doing the hockey fight with with Britt Baker, and it didn't look good. Just that,
Yep.
like, you know, so I really, like you said, it should work. They have the roster for it to work. But you have nobody that wants to take any direction. Like, that's why half of them are there, and that's what you hear, that their complaint about being in WWE is that, like, what they say in so many words is that I don't want to take direction.
Right.
And then, okay, here's a company that's giving you no direction, and then here's the product.
Yeah. It's something needs to be done. I think Tony needs to step aside and let the writers do their thing and have somebody. Yeah, and he needs to have somebody kind of take charge and be like, he almost needs like William Regal to be in charge. I'm just using him as an example, but like
dope.
somebody like him, like
Yeah.
let him run the show. You can have final say or whatever, but like let these guys who have all this experience run it. You have them. You have fucking Samoa Joe. You have William Regal. You have, I'm assuming Arn Anderson's still under contract. Like, you have all these guys. Yeah, you don't know if Arn is or not, but like you have these guys that
Tully or Arn and
been in the wrestling business for so long. And this 40-year-old guy is just like, I have a lot of money. I'm going to do this. I'm going to write this show. Here I am. I'm writing the video segments for this week's 30-year anniversary of Dynamite. Like, no, stop doing media tours and focus on what your show is going to be.
Yeah. I mean, we got to watch, you know, Serena Deeb roll around in the ring for 10 minutes, and
I'm over her.
and then we're wondering why the crowd isn't reacting. Like, am I just supposed to like her because she shaved her head because WWE told her to shave her head, and I'm just supposed to feel a certain way that she because she was mad about that? Like, is that what I'm supposed to, is that what we're doing?
And then we didn't even talk about FTR like calling out Tony Khan this week, saying like, hey, we still work for you, book us. Like,
and then look at the storyline they get put into tonight.
That's exactly what I was just gonna say. Like, to prove your point, that comes out on Twitter, and who shows up this week? FTR in the middle of that Samoa Joe.
Like, that's why that storyline,
right?
They should be in the tag team title. We should be like, there should be some. They should have can't come to the Acclaim party,
right,
and said some shit. That's what should have happened. Okay,
to be honest with you, I thought.
Yeah,
I can't remember if it was Bowens or Max that was like talking shit about Swerve and Keith Lee.
Right.
But I was like, as soon as he started talking, I expected him to talk about FTR because they obviously they had just come back a couple seconds before that. I thought for sure we were getting FTR, and then he starts talking about Keith Lee and Swerve Scott, whatever, Strickland, whatever his name is now. And I was just like, oh, swing and a miss, man. But all right, let's get into our winners and losers of this week. We also have got some buy and sell to do. But before we do all that, we've got to tell you all about our balls.
Support for the Run-In Podcast is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Their products are precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped's Performance Package is the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. Join over 6 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. We've got 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code RUN20 at manscaped.com. If my math is correct, it's about 12 million balls. We've all been there, getting ready for a little date night action. You're shaving your face and you look down and you say, oh, I got to take care of business below the equator. And then you say to yourself, man, I'm going to put this thing that was just on my balls on my face. Or you nick yourself because it's made for your face and not your balls. And then you got issues all night long. Well, Manscaped sent us the Performance Package 4.0, and it is a game changer. Let me tell you, inside this package, you're going to get their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all your goodies. First, let's talk about the Lawnmower 4.0. This trimmer is the future of grooming, and dare I say, the greatest ball trimmer ever. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents. Thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology, Lawnmower 4.0 is also waterproof and has a 4000K LED spotlight. You need a more precise shave. Because the trimmer is waterproof, you can say goodbye to the mess on the bathroom floor, which I know your lady will appreciate. You thought that was good, but we want to take your grooming even further to the next level. The Performance Package 4.0 also includes the Weed Whacker nose and ear hair trimmer. The Weed Whacker is also waterproof, provides proprietary skin-safe technology which helps reduce nicks, snags, and tugs in those delicate nose holes. I used this yesterday, and man, I was expecting to have a little tug. Smooth as my balls. Their Crop Preserver ball deodorant and Crop Reviver ball toner will change the way you approach your hygiene routine. Trust me when I say this, fellas. Your balls will look up at you and say, thanks, man. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts to their Performance Package 4.0. The Manscaped Boxers, so comfortable, rocking them right now. And the Shed Travel Bag, which is actually the nicest toiletry bag, travel bag that I've ever seen in my life. Bring your comfort and boxers to another level. It's time to take care of yourself. Go to manscaped.com, get 20% off and free shipping with the code RUN20. That's right. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code RUN20 at manscaped.com. 20% off and free shipping with RUN20 at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped.
Right tools for your family jewels, man. So it was my wedding anniversary this week. That's all I'm gonna say. It was actually yesterday. I used my Manscaped to trim everything up, and no complaints.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, I just want to circle back before we get into winners and losers and everything else in the rest of this in the ring segment. But I just want to mention that Sammy Guevara was on Dynamite tonight. He didn't get sent home. Apparently Andrade got sent home. He was in the tag match with Jericho and Bryan Danielson at the end of Dynamite tonight. So anyway, moving right along, winners and losers this week. My winner of the week is, and of course this is all brought to you by Manscaped. My winner is the Acclaimed, because that crowd was dead until they came out, and National Scissoring Day was trending on Twitter earlier today. So,
there you go.
And my who do you got for your winner, DJ? Before we get to our losers,
I had Hangman Page, where we saw him which I really feel like he should not have lost the title in the first place. And so for him to be back in the title picture, I thought that was a win.
All right. And my loser of the week is, if this isn't a work, it's Sammy Guevara, because it seems like he is a child, not ready for the spotlight, super immature. And I think he's just doing more damage to his name. As long as this isn't a work, if this is all a shoot, then he definitely has not. Then he is not ready for the spotlight.
Right now I can't even defend him. Like, it's just, this is bad. It's bad.
Yeah. Yep. Who do you got for your loser?
Veer.
I forgot all about Veer until I forgot he was even a thing until I saw your notes.
Man, so we had months and months of this buildup of him. He's coming to Raw. He's coming, and then then you see him on NXT. Loss. That's an L.
I didn't even know he was on
that's
NXT.
Serving a hot L.
Damn. I didn't even know he was on NXT. But
yes.
Damn, that's crazy. That is crazy. All right. New feature this week, or not this week, but new feature part of the show as of last week. We got buying or selling. We each pick a topic that was pretty hot this week and say, or like a rumor, and we say if we're buying it or selling it. There's a picture going around of Carmella and Corey Graves, where Carmella is giving a BJ to Corey. And of course, Carmella claims that it was fake. I am buying that it is fake. It looks a little too photoshopped to me. Looks like basically somebody took that picture and photoshopped Corey Graves' hand tattoo onto it. But I think it's fake. I'm buying that. Are you buying that?
I also buy that, because even the Photoshop of the tattoo was not even very good when you look really close to it. Good. Take your eyes to the hand for just a second and look at the tattoo. No, I don't. And that doesn't, and then we've seen, let's face it, we've seen Carmella like in most female wrestlers in next to nothing in the ring, right? And so we know what her body looks like, and I don't even buy that that's what she looks like naked.
Yeah.
So
no, I could not buy that. So what do you got?
So according to Jericho, he says nobody knew Cody Rhodes until he was on AEW.
I saw that this week.
Yeah,
man.
And I'm gonna sell. Like, just right out, I'm gonna sell that. I was like, first off, like, of course we knew who he was when he was his first run with WWE. Let's start there. Then independent circuit, like I went to a couple matches. Like he had a really good cage match at the Cow Palace with APW here in the Bay. So no, I don't buy it. I'm gonna sell that all the way.
Yeah, I'm selling that Jericho as well. He was here doing an independent show, and the autograph signing was like super long. Before this was like right when he left WWE, before AEW was even a thing, and people were all about him. So I there's no way Jericho. That's Jericho being Jericho, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can buy that. Jericho being Jericho. Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah, he's getting up there with me for, getting to the Goldberg section for me. With
I've said to somebody before, like, I don't know that I've turned on somebody as much as I've turned on Chris Jericho as quickly. Now, I don't want to say quickly as Chris Jericho, but like because I love Jericho in the 90s, the countdown thing when he became WWE. I loved him when he was in WCW. The list. Yeah, even up till the list, I think is where I loved him until. And then, I don't know, man, his politics stuff just started coming out. And it's like, I don't care what way you go for the most part. Like, just don't be obnoxious about it. And he definitely is. And I don't know. He just needs to learn to keep his mouth shut and just do his thing. I understand he's been around forever and thinks he probably is entitled to do whatever, talk about whatever he wants and say whatever he wants, but it's just such a turnoff at times. But I'm no longer a Jerichoholic. I even had the Jerichoholic t-shirt back in the day. But all right. It is now time for us to take a little walk on the wild side, a little walk down the toy aisle. Walk That Toy Aisle is brought to you by our good old friends over at Wrestling Collector Shop. You guys can head over to wrestlingcollectorshop.com and use the code RUN10 for 10% off, or if you spend $50 or more, you can use the code RUNIN and get free shipping. The normal threshold for free shipping is $75. So if you spend $50, use our code RUNIN, and also watch your social media and ours, because occasionally they will do a pre-order special.
Yep.
Like they just last weekend they did 25% off all pre-orders. So keep an eye on their social media for sure. All right.
I wonder, are they going to do those the mystery boxes again?
Oh man, I would love for them to do that. That was fun.
That was
I haven't
fun, man.
I haven't heard of them doing it, but who knows? Who knows what's going to happen down the road? So you have to stay tuned. All right, let's get right to it here. We saw lots of stuff this week. We saw the new Ringside exclusive Kane Ultimate Ring, Attitude Era ring, and an awesome Ultimate Edition Kane figure. As soon as I saw this, though, I said, man, we don't need another ring. People are having a hard time selling the ring that they have from the new gen.
Right.
This Kane figure looks dope, but I don't know if it's different enough from the Ultimate Edition that we already got where people are going to buy it. I just don't see the lure here. I think it's too soon. I'm sure people are going to pop for the Raw is War ring. People love the Attitude Era, but I don't, even though I'm out of the game for the most part, I still obviously keep like keep an eye on the pulse of what's going on and stuff. And I just don't see this being successful, man. What do you got?
The timing, like you hit the nail on the head. The timing is not good. It's not. You, like you said, you have all these rings out here right now. And that's, like you said, and not even just the new generation ring. I mean, you got to keep in mind, there are some people that, like lo and behold, there are people that like both companies, right? So, so AEW just put out some rings, so it's just not good. I think they would have been better off just put the figure out.
Yeah,
because that's a great figure. Just put the
figure. It is a great figure. I don't know if it's different enough from the first one, but
some might have missed that.
That's true. People are pissed too about the fact that the figure is coming in a box with no plastic. Like you're not going to be able to see the figure. So people are freaking out about that. But obviously it's a Ringside exclusive. So like nobody's going to be able to mess with the figure, but people want, like mint on card collectors want the figure to put it in the box or to put the box on display or whatever, but you're not going to be able to see the figure in the box. Just crazy. I don't like the idea of that, the packaging changing where you don't see the figure. I know Hasbro has done that a little bit. They've done it with the VHS sets for the Marvel Legends, and I know some of the newer Black Panther figures have it, but I'm out on this 100. This is such an easy pass for me. Obviously, I don't have the room for a ring. I don't want a ring.
Yeah, that's the other thing is room for those rings, man.
Right. And I don't need a Kane. I think it's cool for like figure photography and stuff like that, but I don't. For me, it's an eeasy pass.
Same. I'm not, like you said, I'm not a huge Kane collector or fan. I'm sure that because we have there's a Kane title now.
Yep.
So and people are gonna buy it. There's some Kane fans out there for sure, and God bless you if you want to go out and get this and you want that Kane. I'm sure there's somebody's gonna get this, right? Especially like somebody that missed the new generation. But again, the time I might have put this out like during Mania or something. Like, just let some time go by.
Yeah,
like,
I think the timing is a little brutal for everybody.
Yes.
Especially like people. I mean, people paid last year the $250 or $205, whatever it was, for the new gen ring. But like obviously people are just getting them now, and then you're throwing this at them, and it's like this is 140, 100 and I just closed the wrong screen. I think it's 140, 130.
All those authentic rings are
$139.99.
Yeah, the authentic ring you're gonna spend. It's gonna be 3 figures.
Yeah, you can't even. But like I was saying to somebody, you can't even like buy this just for the figure and then try to sell the ring, because people are having such a hard time selling those new gen rings right now. Anyway, you have to sit on this for a little while. And even like, I mean, even if you go back to like the rings that they had before, like there's like the real scale ring is out there. I remember I bought that on like Amazon for maybe $100 at one point, and then like I said, like I was like, I don't have room for this. I need to just sell it.
No, I have the authentic scale WrestleMania 31.
Yep.
No room. I'm gonna sell it because it's like I have no room for this.
So it's like people aren't gonna buy.
I had no room.
Right. People aren't gonna buy this ring just for $100 so you can keep the $40 figure. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be a tough sell, I think, on the secondary market, and you're gonna have the people that buy everything, that want everything, and they're gonna grab this. You have the Kane completists who will buy this, but I think the majority, I think this is just a tough sell, especially right now. So lots of Kane stuff though, like you said, man. It's 25th anniversary. WWE Shop put one of the signature belts out there today. You can grab that for $600 if you're interested.
It'll come down. Don't buy that now. If you want that belt, don't buy it right now. It'll come down.
Another easy pass for me. We did see some we saw some new pictures of some exclusive figures. We saw the Mega Powers Ringside exclusive. I cannot wait to get that in hand.
I pre-ordered that, yeah.
Yep, same here. We saw some pictures of Basic Series 136. That includes Dolph Ziggler, Goldberg, Robert Roode, and Cody Rhodes, and Xia Li. Then we saw the Royal Rumble Elites, which is Brie Bella, Vader, Rey Mysterio, and Damian Priest, and is all white, and includes a Doc Hendricks Build-A-Figure. Very tempted by the Doc Hendricks.
Yeah. That'll go with your entrance, your new generation entrance.
Yep. We saw the WrestleMania Basics, which again is Kane, Undertaker, Andre the Giant, and his yellow trunks, and Bianca Belair. It's 2 years in a row for Bianca Belair being in a WrestleMania basic set. And then Ringside has the CM Punk First Dance exclusive available, and the Tony Schiavone exclusive. If you go to Ringside's Instagram, they put a picture of the figure and then Tony Schiavone like right next to each other, and they don't look anything alike. They Jazzwares did not do a great job with this figure. I'm sorry. But.
Well, it's kind of like what happened with the when they had WWE, like, as they started to go, is like we were into the nostalgia that they kept bringing, they were bringing out the classic wrestlers and stuff, and you can see the outfits and everything, but the bodies weren't really looking like them, and some of the faces did not. So and then here they're repeating history here.
Yep, absolutely. What else we got here for the World of Wrestling? Johnny Knoxville is getting a bobblehead from Foco, which is Forever Collectibles. It's like limited edition WrestleMania. It's like of 350, I want to say.
Wow. Okay.
The next wave of
on this.
Next wave of Superstars figures.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I meant to bring this up too. I'm wondering if this means that we're going to get a Johnny Knoxville Elite. If he's getting a bobblehead, yeah, I'm curious. I mean, we got Gronk a couple years ago. Still don't have any Bad Bunny, but we're working on these celebrities here. So we'll have to wait and see what happens.
I thought that match was, that match was entertaining.
Solid, man.
It was what it was supposed to be. And yeah, I will take a Johnny Knoxville Elite.
Also, according to Steve Ozer from Mattel, Terry Funk and Hulk Hogan LJN style Ultimates that we saw at Comic-Con will be available for pre-order within the next month or so, on sale in November. So keep an eye out for those. And the next wave of Ruthless Aggression figures, which is Kevin Nash, John Cena, and Shelton Benjamin, are now available for pre-order on Walmart's website. And the next wave of Superstars, which is Typhoon, Mr. T, The Rock, who am I forgetting? There's one, and Macho Man, are all available for pre-order on Walmart's website as well. You guys know the deal with Walmart. If you pre-order, do not expect it to be mint on card. It'll probably look like it went through a blender when you get it in hand, but that's all right. If you don't care about MOC and you want to take your chances, listen, here's the thing with pre-ordering through Walmart, Target, whatever, there's no harm in it. Like, you're going to get your shit eventually, I think. For the most part, you'll get your shit. Every once in a while, stuff doesn't happen. But you'll get your stuff eventually. It just might be in stores before you get it. So again, pre-order, it's always there as a safety net. If you never see it, you never see it. And you get your stuff eventually from Walmart. So,
because I'll give you my story. Yeah, I'll give you my story. So if I didn't pre-order Hall Nash and Shawn Michaels, I would not have gotten them, because it seems like the Walmarts around me skipped right by that series, and they're already putting, I'm seeing $1 Million Man and that series, right? That series is all over now. Yep. So it's like, wait, what happened to Shawn and Hall and that? Like, they're gone. They never hit the shelves at my Walmarts. So if I didn't pre-order, I would not have gotten them.
Yeah, it's crazy. You got to do Paul Mart store. Brock Lesnar is doing a signing with Fighterman Sports and Heroes Hideout. You guys can order the pre-order of, or do the mail order, whatever you want to call it, of the Brock Lesnar signing, and you can use our code actually, run space in, and you'll get 10% off. I did it.
Nice.
I am actually doing this. I can't believe it. I was a little hesitant. Fighterman, that's what it is. Fighterman. I was a little hesitant, but I'm going to do a mail-in. It comes with a JSA authentic.
That's what, if you're going to do that, then that's what you want. You want that JSA.
Yep. So I have a Ruthless Aggression figure that I got from Dan, our friend Dan Christensen, that I'm going to mail in to get signed. Although it does have like a little gash in the bottom of it. So I was talking with Phil tonight, and I think Phil is going to send me one, and I'm going to send whichever one is better. But I need to get these in by October 22nd. So I got to hurry up here. I got 17 days. So, but shipping. Yeah, I was like, man, this guy never does signings. So here we go. Let's do it. So I was like, you know what? If I can get a figure, if I can get a Defender case, Ringside sent me a Defender case pretty damn quick. I think I ordered it on Friday and I got it today. Yeah, I'm kind of, I don't want to say I have buyer's remorse, but I'm like, once I have the actual signed item in hand, I think I'll be like, oh fuck yeah. But like right now, I'm just kind of like, I'm like stressing about because
you don't have it in hand. Yeah.
Right. I'm stressing about the fig being in good condition and getting it in time and things like that. Right. But but again, you can also do it through Heroes Hideout. You can do a pop. One of they have the pops ready to go. It's an extra $40, I think. But again, if you use our code, you save 10%. So looking forward to it. It's my first mail-in. So we'll see how that goes. I'm a little nervous. Mike Lanham does them all the time, but I'm a little nervous. Zombie Sailor has a New York Comic-Con exclusive Sabu. He's gonna be in purple pants. It's gonna be the retro style. If you are looking for that, NECA dropped a Casey Jones with their Monsters line as Phantom of the Opera. Did you get a chance to see that? Yeah, it looks pretty cool, man. Actually,
yeah.
It's on Toy Arc, I think, is where I found it. But it looks pretty cool, man. Casey Jones is such a cool figure, anyway, such a toyetic character, anyway. And then when you add in his, make him look more like a monster, it's just, and especially Phantom of the Opera, like the mask is half broken and stuff like that. It looks very, very cool.
Yes.
If I was still in the Turtles, that would probably be the first one for the Monsters line there that I would try to snag, I think. But I went to Target today, and man, there was not a lot of the Turtles on the shelf. But Hasbro announced that they are going to branch out the starting lineup line to the NFL coming in 2023.
All
Super
right.
7, DJ, are you grabbing this? The ultimate old dirty bastard from Super 7.
I think I might just have to get, like, I saw this and I was like, I think just on GP, I think I might have to get this.
Dude, it looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
And he was one of my favorite rappers, so so that's.
I thought it was a joke. Like when I first saw it, I actually did not realize it was actually Super 7 making it. I thought, like, every once in a while I go on Instagram and like there's like somebody making figures or something like that, and then I saw it and I'm like, whoa, they're actually making this. That's so cool. Although it should come with like his 26 kids or whatever it is, but
well, that'll be a lot of accessories. But they had the welfare ID, they had a brown bag,
with
a bottle in it. I'm just like, oh god. So yeah, the ODB.
Man, it makes me curious. Like,
I miss him though. I do miss him.
Sorry, I'm selling something as we're recording here. But Fig Cave Flea Market, man. The Old Dirty Bastard figure makes like the ultimate. Like they do the little reaction ones, like Run DMC and Funkmaster Flash are at my Target right now, and I know the Beastie Boys are coming out and stuff like that. But it makes me wonder, like, are we gonna get music ultimates? That would be freaking cool. And I will say, Super 7 has never really done a great job with human faces, but the Old Dirty Bastard face looks really good. So
no, I thought they did it
at least in the render. Yeah. So pretty cool. I love seeing like different stuff like that, like stuff I would never think of. They've also got some Nightmare Before Christmas
I saw that
ultimates that are going to be dropping soon as well. Oogie Boogie I see here. So I'm just kind of scrolling through Super 7's Instagram because I haven't done it in a while.
If you're a fan of
Sally,
you might want to take a look.
Yeah, they have the reactions of those too. I know they've like made the reaction line. Oh my god, they got a Bruce Lee coming out, Super 7, Jack Skellington. Where have I been? I hope we get
Bruce Lee.
I do hope we get some Beastie Boys ultimates. That'd be sick. I would probably buy those. But Hasbro had a Hasbro Pulse Con where they announced all kinds of stuff. Too much for us to go into detail, but they did show some stuff from the Indiana Jones line, which I think is super, super cool. I love that we're getting 6-inch Indiana Jones figures, but we're also getting some like vintage style figures, the 3.75 figures too. So and more GI Joes, man.
In fact, I used to make that Indiana Jones like he would be like a special agent with my GI Joes.
Nice.
The Indiana Jones.
Nice. One thing that caught my eye for sure was GI Joe Classified Series, Serpentor and Air Chariot figure and vehicle, $80 on Hasbro Pulse right now. And speaking of Hasbro Pulse, they actually dropped the price again of the Selfie series. So it's gone from 50 to 80, now back down to 60.
They knew better. To download. I guess maybe they heard, some people may have said something.
Yeah, absolutely. You did get the you do have to download the app, is what I was trying to say. You have to download the app to put those to do your face and stuff. I did mine actually on a Stormtrooper figure. It came out okay. It's not perfect. I was kind of like, I'm not going to spend $60 on this. Maybe I'll post it up on the Instagrams, but
So Star Wars, Power Rangers. What was the other?
Ghostbusters and Marvel.
Okay.
But yeah, you can
try it. I don't know about
make
that.
yourself. You can't do G.I. Joe, I don't think, which is a shame because that would be cool too.
That is a shame. Yeah,
that would be cool.
That is a shame. Or Transformers.
Or Transformer. That would be fucking sick, dude. Man, that would be cool. You got Black Adam here on here. Hot Toys Black Adam.
Yes. So it is official now. They have the official Hot Toy. The 6 scale figure for the Black Adam movie coming out. So it is The Rock. The Rock's face rendering.
Yep.
You got the golden armor. You have a deluxe. There's 3 different ones. Let's see. So golden armor, deluxe version, and collector edition. Collector edition will go. That one's $300. But it does you don't get some of the accessories you get with the other 2. I got the golden armor one. The only difference between the golden armor and the deluxe version is the color of the lightning. That's it. Everything else is exactly the same.
Are you gonna grab the McFarlane Black Adam figures too?
I already got the Black Adam one. I just need the one with the throne.
Oh, I've been seeing that everywhere. I was gonna message you today, but I figured I'm seeing so many here on the East Coast that you're probably gonna see a ton of them on the West Coast.
I think I'm gonna see. Yeah, I'll get it. And then so just to help now, if you want to jump into this stuff. So again, let me show you.
Here comes his sales pitch, folks, where he tries to get you to buy Hot Toys.
Yes. Because somebody's going to get one of these with me one of these times and be like, you were right. All right. So right now, you can go 6 payments, right? So it'll be $36 right now, right? You don't have to pay your next payment until May 2023.
Damn.
And then you pay the other 5 payments going all the way to October. So you're gonna make a payment throughout the summer. $54, by the way. $54 for the payment. And then boom, you're paid off. And then they ship it.
I'm on there right now. You can still, there's no Ric Flair, but you can pre-order Hulk Hogan still. $655. You can pre-order Macho Man, $655. You can pre-order Undertaker.
What's the payment plans on that?
Payment plan? Let me click on Macho Man here, or Hulk Hogan. Layaway Flex starting at $196 a month. Hold on. Oh yeah, that's with 3 payments. So $200 a month. That's
because it's close. That's why.
Yeah. Yep. Let me see here. Let me pick another one. I wish they still
had the closer it is, you lose that, So see, this is so far out that
makes sense.
The payments are going to be easy. Yep.
Oh yeah, all the WWE ones are 3 months away. Stone Cold, Undertaker, Macho, Ultimate Warrior is already there.
Oh,
yeah. Ultimate Warrior has 3 payments too. Ultimate Warrior's been out for a little while though. That's crazy.
Yeah, because even Barrios has an Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah. They still don't want to send me that Ric Flair though, huh?
They do not.
So one of our patrons, Chad Miller, is watching behind the scenes, and he says I'm jumping on Hot Toys in our chat.
Okay.
So you got one converted, DJ. You got one person converted.
See?
They're incredible figures. When you mention them, I always end up just going on the website and putzing around and just checking stuff out. And there is some pretty cool stuff on there, man. There really is.
And I even promise when I get that figure, I will do an opening,
an unboxing. Nice.
Yep.
Nice. All right, man. What do you got for weekly purchases this week?
That was my so I kind of
Oh,
dipped into that. Like I had like a lot of adulting, and then I threw in that $36 to start my pre-order
nice.
for my Black Adam.
As I mentioned, I got my Brock Lesnar Ruthless Aggression, and then as part of my deal, I sold my new gen Macho Man to Dan Christensen. But part of the deal was he had to buy me the old Ultimate Edition Macho Man because I like this one better, believe it or not. So I got those two, and then can't reach. I was gonna open this on the air, and I forgot my scissors. So I left my scissors in the other room. So I'm gonna try to open this with a pen. Oh, it opened right up.
There you go.
Live unboxing here, folks.
Oh boy!
Look at this. You know what this is?
It is the No Holds Barred. Yep.
No holds barred set. I'm pretty excited about this. I didn't think I was gonna be this excited. So let me it said
Now,
this is
all I
awesome.
want to know,
what's that smell on the top of the box?
that's hilarious. I just want to know, is Zeus's eyes like, or do they have the one lazy one?
I think so. I believe so. Woo! Oh yeah, look at that. No buyer's remorse here on this. Look at that. That's awesome, man. Oh,
now,
man.
did you get to see that in theater?
No, I'm not that old. Look at this VHS style. Woo! This thing is sweet.
Yeah.
It's way bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Me too.
And then you can just. It's super easy to open. The packaging is so rad.
It looks like a cassette. Like they had the cassette thing going.
Yeah. Oh man, this is so cool. I'm so glad I was able to score one of these actually now that I have it in hand, because I was like, I don't need it. Now that I have it, I'm like, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
I did
it. So that's all I had actually too. Yeah, I was like, I don't have anything.
I got one of those, so
maybe it's available for the right price. No, that's a WWE shop. The Mattel Creations one, people still have not gotten yet. So,
wow.
Yeah, this was the one from WWE shop, and I did like the slowest shipping to save money because it was like $5 instead of $14.99 or whatever it was. So
exactly.
But that's it for Walk That Toy Aisle this week, guys. It's time to.
That's a pretty good one, though.
It was lots of stuff. Again, the Hasbro Pulse Con stuff, man. There's so much. I would suggest if you're interested, if you don't know what's going on with it already, go to toyarc.com, and they have a huge list of pre-orders, everything that was like announced. There was a bunch of Star Wars stuff, bunch of G.I. Joe stuff, like we talked about. Go check it out. Again, it's toyarc.com. See pictures of the old dirty bastard figure and the Universal Monsters picture, or the Casey Jones Phantom of the Opera figure. He actually looks a little bit like something from Saw. Now that I'm looking at the picture again. But awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Go check it out. toyarc.com. And now we will do a little false count anywhere before we head on out of here. Falls Count Anywhere is brought to you by Homage. You guys can pay homage, softest t-shirts on earth, over at runinpod.com. Click on deals, click on Homage, use our affiliate link, and then while you're over there, you can use the code RUNINPOD to save 15% off your first order. And I know that they have sales every single weekend, so you don't necessarily, sometimes it's better to just use our link and go over to the website instead of using the code. But tons of stuff. I know they've been pushing their go-tos lately, which is like the blank stuff like hoodies and sweatpants and stuff like that. And it's that season, man. It's fall time. It's fall time here in New England. I've been rocking the Homage go-to hoodies pretty much nonstop since the weather changed here. So definitely go grab something there. And football, man, it's so weird. I feel we
Yes,
both
it
picked.
is. It's like topsy turvy.
It really is. There's like no dominant team right now. I mean, besides the Eagles are the only undefeated team left. And it just
And look
seems like,
good.
man, yeah, they do. And you always seems like there's going to be like, oh, these guys can't lose this week. And then you have like the Jets beating the Bills or somebody beat the Dolphins beating the Bills. That's what I meant to say. Like it's just like teams you do not expect.
Well, the Jets
to lose,
winning, they won their game too. That was I didn't like. I got a tip off on that from the Colin Cowherd show. And I am in one of those pick'em leagues, and that gave me the lead actually.
Damn, nice.
Was picking the Jets. Yeah.
That's crazy. A little scare in Patriot Town this week where Brian Hoyer, who was our backup quarterback, got hurt, and it was Bailey Zappi time, and he killed it. He did great.
Or I thought your phone was going to ring if another injury happened. Tommy Paradise, and everybody be like, who? And I was like, oh, I know that guy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. He did pretty good. It sounds like he's going to start this week too. So,
who you guys play?
We play the Lions this week, wearing the throwbacks too.
They got a pretty they're a scrappy team, the Lions.
Yeah, they were in a shootout.
They're no longer like that. Yeah, they're no longer like that pushover team. Like you gotta come to play to beat the Lions now.
Yep. Damn, tickets are actually not that expensive for the.
I think we got my homeboy
for the game this weekend. Let's see. I just had the schedule up. Who do you guys have? You guys have. Where is it? Monday night game. Raiders and Kansas City. Yep. The Sunday night game is the one that we pick each week. It's Cincinnati and Baltimore this week. Who are you picking on this one, DJ? Phil's listening.
All right. So you got, actually, this is one of those early, I believe, for both teams, a must-win kind of early version of a must-win. I don't think it'd be good for either one of these teams to lose this game.
No, not at all.
Because the AFC is not playing and it's like a black and blue league because you see a bunch of people are, I was kind of fretting when the Raiders were 0-3, but then I looked around, I'm like, but it ain't nobody there's mostly teams with one win. So, so I was like, maybe if we can just win, which we did, I was like, okay, so we're still kind of funny enough. We're kind of still in it.
Yeah.
So for this game, man, this is going to be a tough game because I'm just, as I think about it, because you have, but here's the weakness of the game is the Baltimore defense.
Yep.
Which it's had to have be years since we've said that, right? Like usually, if anything, it's Baltimore defense that carries them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like, whoa, you got teams scoring a lot of points on Baltimore, and they're like, and here you got Lamar Jackson, who completely looks like he went and worked on his passing game.
Yeah, I know. I was talking shit.
Yeah, go ahead.
In the beginning of the season, I was talking shit in the beginning of the season, saying he's just a running back.
Mm-hmm.
And he's totally proven me wrong on that this year. He's unreal.
No, he's passing the ball beautifully right now. But you can't just keep, but he ain't the quarter, you can't just counter your quarterback to score 40 points
right
in every game. So for that reason, I think I gotta pick Cincinnati. I just don't, I think this might be some kind of shootout, and I don't know if the Ravens defense can keep up with it.
I'm gonna go with Baltimore only because they're at home. I think it's just gonna come down to home field advantage, and Baltimore will take it. Chad Miller, our lone Patreon, who's watching along with us tonight as we record, he says Bengals by 7. Bengals by 7.
He's even giving point spreads.
He is. Yeah, that's right. That's right. He's going all in.
He's all the way degenerate.
I was gonna say, tell me you're a gambler without telling me you're a gambler. Some football news here this week. Tom and Giselle apparently are done. Sad. Dude, this guy literally is married to the game. Like, he is literally like, fuck you. You want me to stop playing? Bye. Like,
now, buy or sell that thing I sent with Giselle. That Giselle said that.
I didn't see. I don't know if I saw that. Say it again.
Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and talk. I'm gonna bring it up real quick.
I was just gonna say, man, like, he's gonna be okay. I mean, they'll both be okay. Obviously, they're both very attractive women. They both have a lot of money.
They're
feel
both
bad
very
for the kids.
attractive women.
There caught me. I'm on medication tonight.
I mean, you do have that picture where you're snuggled up with them. So I'm just. If there's something you need to tell me, like, I'm with you. I'm your partner no matter what. Okay. Okay. So here we go. So I have it up here.
He could do better.
All right. So this is supposedly Giselle on Florida changing Tom.
Oh, that's fake, dude. I know what you're saying.
You think it's fake?
It's 100% fake. That is 100% fake.
Okay.
I saw that somebody sent that to me. That's that's from like The Onion, or a site like The Onion.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Stupid internet. I knew, you know what? I read that and I was like, somebody's gonna believe that this is real. I didn't think it was gonna be you, but I'm like, somebody's gonna think that this is real.
I don't know him I don't know Tom like that, so that's why I was like, that's why I'm asking. That was a real question. Do you buy or sell?
No,
help me out.
That's 100% fake. 100% fake.
Yep. All right.
I wonder if now that it's like out in the open though, if his game, like, he starts playing for real now, like he gets his shit together now that all this is out in the open, or does it go the other way? What's that?
Well, I don't think it's him. It's the line. Like, this is probably the worst line he's probably ever played with.
Yep.
I think that's real. Like, I think this is probably the worst line he's ever played with. So he can't stand in the tackle box every time and just sit there and dissect the defense, like, which, even you have to admit, like, that's his weakness. Like, if you make him move, that boom, the percentages go down.
Yeah.
So, and I'm telling you, I know this is Tom Brady and everything, but also, Father Time is undefeated. Like, it's going to happen at some point. I don't care how many avocado ice creams he eats.
I agree, man. I agree. He does not look like the same Tom Brady that he's looked like. And I don't mean because of the plastic surgery rumors, but
no, I don't think it's plastic surgery. I think that's just age. Just flat out age and, like, being indecent, because he doesn't, like, I can tell he takes care of his skin, which is great. He doesn't have the wrinkles like somebody his age I'll just say somebody his age of his complexion that's been out in the sun as much as he has. That sometimes doesn't make for a good skin regimen, but whatever he's doing, that's working. All right, but he does not look the same though. He looks like, to me, 10 pounds lighter or something.
Right. That's it for football this week. Aaron Judge did hit home run number 62. Do you think this matters? Like, listen, he plays for the Yankees, obviously, but at the same time, I love baseball. I love baseball history. So and seeing, like, my kid, this is like the first historic thing that my kid has seen with baseball and stuff like that. So, like, me and him have been talking about it and stuff, but at the same time, I'm like having this conversation in my head where I'm like, it's only 62. Like, Sammy Sosa did it twice. Like, it's only the AL record. I understand, obviously, Sammy Sosa did it with some help. So did McGuire. So did Bonds. Different era. Obviously, he's the first one in, like, the quote unquote non-steroid era to do it. First American League hitter to do it since Roger Maris. I think it's very cool, but at the same time, I'm like, we don't need to be cutting into college football games to see if he actually hit his 60-second home run or not. Like, I don't agree with that. Like, I just don't think it's as big of a deal as some people are making it. Like, it's been done.
to
Right.
cut in other programming. It's basically
Right, exactly. It's not Sosa and McGuire in whatever was that 97. Like I remember literally where I was when McGuire hit that home run,
Same.
breaking the record and all that stuff. I do think it's hysterical that some guy in the crowd last night or the other night when he hit it jumped from the seats into like the bullpen area, thinking that the ball was gonna like just in case somebody dropped the ball. Like that's worth it. If you're gonna get thrown out, man, you might as well have a $2 million ball in your hand on your way out the door.
Yeah, so, you can kick me out with a $2 million ball. I'll gladly. You won't even have to. I'll start walking out myself.
Yeah, I'll walk myself out. Right. Do you think it's as big of a deal as people are making it?
I'm going to agree with. Yeah, I don't think we need to cut into other programming to see every at bat. I don't think that was necessary. I mean, like for example, so my Dodgers, they're 111 games. I don't see any. That's pretty freaking historical. Yeah. And nobody's like cutting in like on the last 3 outs of every game for the for the Dodgers, so why are we doing this with a record where he's not going to break the all-time, like, the all-time single season.
Right. So even he said that the record belongs to Bonds. Like he even said that.
So if he was at 71, if it was, if he's in the 70s, yeah, I want to give me to the at bat, please. I want to see this, but 60s, nah.
I agree, man.
I can see it on Sports Center.
I agree. And then the last thing on our list here for Falls Count Anywhere, we all saw the Black Panther trailer this week. What are your thoughts on this, man? My kid is already so we're being bad parents here.
Okay.
We're letting him take the day off from school to go see this with a friend because for whatever reason, his school, the town we're in, they don't have Veterans Day off. They have they do an assembly. Yeah, they do an assembly and have veterans come talk to them. But one of his best friend's birthday is the night before. So the mom is like, I'm planning a sleepover. I know he has school, but can he still come? And then we're going to go see Black Panther that night. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah, he can go. Damn. She's like, oh, you don't want to go see it with him? And I'm like, oh, I still will go see it with him. That weekend. He's going to see it twice in one weekend.
The theater?
I'm not sure what they're doing, to be exact. She hasn't said you guys need to Venmo me money for tickets or anything, but I'm pumped to see it, man. He's pumped to see it. I know a bunch of his friends are pumped to see it. I think one of the things I'm so pumped about is to see what they did with it. You know what I mean? How did they take, obviously with him passing away, where does the story go? I'm stoked, man. You can probably tell by the way I'm talking. I am stoked to see this movie.
Well, from what I can gather, here's the nerd in me coming out. What I can gather is it looks like Shuri might be taking the throne here, or the mantle.
That was my guess as soon as he died.
And then, because we saw the female Panther in one of the trailers.
Yep.
And then Neymar is the Submariner. He's basically the Aquaman of Marvel. Looks like he's saying, hey, they lost their protector. How about we go get us some vibranium? That's what it seems like. That's what it seems like in the trailer anyway. So I'm gonna go try not to cry. Because I do Boseman was a great actor and
he was,
even beyond the character.
Yeah.
So, that's going to be, it seems like they're going to do something with that in for real in the movie. So that's going to be, and then we got to suck it up and then get, get that frog out of your throat and then watch the rest of the movie. Right.
Yep.
So yeah, no, I love this. I would definitely be sending my kid too if it was somebody, despite school. I'm like, they can make it up.
Yeah.
They got 6 days.
Exactly. Yeah, looking forward to it. Adidas dropped a whole Black Panther shop too on their site.
I'm looking at it. and I'm trying not to spend all of my money.
I know. I sent it to my kid, and he's like, "I want these. I want these." He wants the Mahomes sneakers. I'm like, "All right." I was just showing you, like, so it's cool, like, because it's cool. Like, I didn't mean like just pick whatever you want and I'll order it for you.
Pick something.
So I'm like, you
Jeez.
just went back to school, man. You just got new sneakers. Relax.
Right.
I don't even think I paid them off yet. But, thanks PayPal and for. But I got some big news here, DJ, for what I was watching this weekend. I think some people are gonna be very happy with me. I finally, I sat down. So my kid had a friend sleepover, the same kid that loves Black Panther, actually. Sleepover this past Saturday. So they're in the living room chilling, playing PlayStation stuff. My wife, I don't remember what my wife did, but she like went to bed early or whatever. So we're hanging out in the house, and I'm like, you know what? I'll sit downstairs. We got like a family room area or whatever. And I'm like, all right, these assholes keep talking about this. I'm going to do it. I turn on Ted Lasso, and I ended up watching 7 full episodes.
Man,
fell in love with it. Had the next morning at my kid's hockey game, one of the moms walked in with a Ted Lasso sweatshirt. It said like, it was like one of those shirts that had like the 4 names, and it said like Ted and Beard, and I don't know what the other 2 said because she had her coat on or whatever. But I was like, Carla, is that a Ted Lasso shirt? And she's like, yep, I love that show. And I'm like, oh my God, I just started, we started shooting the shit about it. I just started watching it last night. I literally could not stop watching it. Part of it had to do with the fact that I was really high, and I just didn't want to get up. But I was also thoroughly enjoying what I was watching. Yeah. Like it's just so enjoyable. He's so much like Ned Flanders, but like actually seems like he knows what he's doing. It's just, my only regret about it is that my wife wasn't watching it with me, because I think she would have really enjoyed it. And now I'm like I said, I'm 7 episodes in. She can't catch up. Well, she could catch up, but she's not gonna. But yeah, man, that was
another season.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe when when I get all caught up, she can start or something. I don't know. We'll make it happen. But that's one of the shows, man, that I've been like, I'm gonna start this one of these days. Better Call Saul is another one, because I love Breaking Bad, and one of my best friends is like, dude, this is better than Breaking Bad. Which I don't know if I agree with that, because Breaking Bad is one of the best shows ever. But yeah, man, I love Ted Lasso. I'm in. I might buy FIFA next year just for it. And I'm only 7 episodes in. Really. I got so much more to go.
No, it's such a great show. Yeah. I'm just gonna say yes and yes. It deserved, I think it won a few awards, and it deserved every one of them. The writing, the acting, not just Ted Lasso, but even the supporting characters and the character, like the way they build all the characters is great. It is great. I just happen to be a soccer fan, but you don't have to. I will say, you don't have, like, don't go in, if you haven't watched this before, don't let it think that, oh, I got to be a soccer fan. No, right. You don't. Soccer is just what happens to be what's happening in the background. Yeah. So yeah, no, I highly suggest this show if you haven't watched it.
It reminded me a lot of Major League in the beginning, because it's like this woman owns a team. She wants to drive it into the ground. I was like, oh, this is very much like Major League.
Yes, it is.
But that's so as far as I'll go without giving
American football coach to coach a soccer English soccer team. So
but yeah, it was good stuff, man. Good stuff. I can't wait to keep watching. So what did you got this week?
Well, it was there was one more episode of the Lakers dynasty on Hulu. I got to the end of Kobe's career in this last episode. This episode was kind of one of the ones I was looking for, because they went into detail about the fight that the siblings had for the team. If folks remember that, after Dr. Buss died, then you had Jim running it for a while, or at least running the personnel. And then Jenny was like, okay, that's enough. and basically fired him because he was screwing up. He was screwing up. He freaking wanted Andrew, like he was going to, he said even if he has to trade everybody, including Kobe, Andrew Bynum is the future of the Lakers. That's what he told people. He had Phil Jackson ready to come back, and he signed Mike Brown because he wanted it to be like, oh, he was the smartest person in the room and didn't need Phil Jackson. Is the reason why he did that. So that's why he got fired, which he should have. I think anybody would have. If I told you a GM had Phil Jackson ready to come back and you hired Mike Brown, I think anybody in the world, you're fired. And then I watched Stories from the Territories that just started, that premiered this week on Vice.
Yep.
So I would just keep in mind when you watch this, it's not the same pace as Dark Side of the Ring. That's the thing that I noticed from like as I was in the middle of watching this, I'm like, okay, this is not the same pace. They're not gonna, it's not gonna be, shocking thing after shocking thing after shocking thing. That's why we like Dark Side of the Ring, because something shocking happens every 10 minutes, right?
Yep. With
this, it's like as if you were sitting down and having a beer with these guys that are sitting around, that are having a round table, and they're telling you the stories. And then just like Dark Side, they have people acting it out. Like they flash to like actors that look like the wrestlers acting it out, or they show the actual footage. So that's what makes it interesting, is because you're hearing these stories, about like, say, Randy Savage going crazy at a bar or whatever.
Yep.
And or like people, remember in those days, people did not know kayfabe was still alive, and there was people throwing bricks at him, and Jimmy Hart got hit with a dart gun in his butt. So these people were really thinking this is something going on. So they had some story. The stories are good. Just know that it's not the same pace.
I'm gonna check it out, man. I've been meaning to, and I completely forgot about it.
Yeah. It was the first episode.
It actually like snuck up on me. Like I did not realize it was coming out so quick.
Yes.
But
that's why my Instagram went crazy. That's why I went crazy on my Instagram. I was like, wait, it's tonight, so I started sharing it and everything. I'm like, I just couldn't believe it was, I was like, it's tonight. Like, it stuck up on me, which is good. Like I wasn't, now I wasn't counting the days to watch this.
Right. I'm definitely interested in checking it out. It sounds like there was a show, I forget what it was called, but there was a show like before they had the network. It was like WWE 24/7 on demand. Mm-hmm. And there was a show like that where it was like legends would sit with Mean Gene and they would talk about stories and stuff like that. There was no like reenactments or anything, but it was very, very similar. It sounds like
it's very similar to it. Which I enjoy that show,
out tomorrow. Yeah, I did too.
And so you get that kind of story, but now you're able to see it. You're, and you can tell they, it's just, I like the stories because you could tell they weren't just making it like, it's like, no, they're not over exaggerating and they're not making this up, and they can even show you that they weren't. So that's kind of what I liked about those stories.
Yeah. I'm going to check it out tomorrow. I think I'll have a full report next week on my thoughts.
All right.
All right. It's time for the rundown here where we give some shout outs to some people. We got to shout out Chad Miller. He was one of the Patreons that jumped in. Oh, look, he's got Frosted Flakes. He says best ever cereal because he listened to the cereal draft. He's a Patreon member. He took advantage of being able to listen in to us recording the show live. Thanks for jumping on, brother. You can do that if you're in the $10 tier. We'll do that once a month. We'll shoot out a link and let you guys jump in and listen to us record. Maybe even bring you on next time and have you ask a question live and stuff like that. Wanted to see how it went the first time. I do love Frosted Flakes, by the way, Chad Miller. I do love Frosted Flakes. I don't know if they're the best ever, but they are good.
Yeah.
They are good.
Yeah, you got to eat real fast.
Don't forget to listen to our friends Phil Gentile and Nick Thompson on the Fig Cave podcast. Also, don't forget to check out Kenny's show, Conversations with Kenny. It is a part of the Call Up podcast. He also is doing trivia every Monday night during Monday Night Raw and has a recap show of AEW every single Wednesday night with one of our new friends, the Pro Wrestling Podcast, which me and DJ are going to be on tomorrow night, Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We will be debating. We've each got a topic to bring to the table, and then the Pro Wrestling Podcast has a topic as well. So it'll be a little bit like one of those debate shows that we were on before, and we'll have some discussion there. So make sure you check that out. It's recorded live, 9 p.m. Thursday night. If you're listening to this early on Patreon, if you want to sign up for Patreon, patreon.com/runinpod is the spot to do it. Also, make sure you check out Gorilla Brain Podcast. That is our friend Alan Day and Kevin Rogue doing some podcast stuff, Wrestling Collector Shop, Homage, Manscaped, and Barrios Toys. You guys all know that we have discount codes for all those except for Barrios, which they don't have a website right now. So, or at least they can buy stuff on. So, but you guys can check out runinpod.com and get all the discount codes for all our deals up on there. Don't forget to buy Manscaped. Save yourself 20% by using RUN20 at checkout and get free shipping. And you can follow us over at runinpod.com. All our links to our Twitter, Instagram, our Twitch, and our YouTube are over there. DJ, do you want to shout yours out? I did yours for you last week, but you can do them this week.
I can. You're gonna give me the.
I will let you. I will let you.
All right. So I'm not the LA Knight, but I am the Fig Knight 27, FIGKNIGHT 27 over at Twitter and the Instagrams. And yeah, come on over. We're nice guys. You can, we talk to people in our DMs all the time.
Absolutely. And don't forget, just a couple quick reminders. Dean Wireman, the Mean Dean social media machine, is on our TikTok every single Friday at 12 noon. And if you're in the New England area, Blitzkrieg Pro, it is a 2-night show starting this Friday, October 7th, when this show drops. It is them versus Limitless Wrestling out of Maine. It's going down in Enfield, Connecticut on October 7th and October 8th. That's this Friday and Saturday. Tickets are on sale now at blitzkriegpro.net. I will be there on Saturday night. I was going to go to both nights. It just doesn't look like it's going to pan out that way. So I'm going to go Saturday nights. I'll be there all night long. I'll have my Run-In Pod hoodie on. So if you see me, make sure you stop by, give me a little fist bump or something. I might have some stickers with me. We'll see. And make sure you come say hi at one of those shows. It's going to be a great show, man. It's going to be a very good independent show. And if you can't watch live, if you can't be there, you can always check it out on IWTV.com, independentwrestlingtv.com. Check that out. It's
actually pretty fun.
What's that?
I've done the stream before. It was nice. Like I did like the stream.
I think I'm gonna jump back on. I was on IWTV for a while, and then I got it was just like, oh, I need to save some money. I think it's $10 a month. Right. I think I might jump back on just because I want to go back and watch these shows. I like going back and watching after being there live, and then going back and watching and seeing them. And there's other stuff on there as well besides Blitzkrieg Pro. So some other good stuff, independent wrestling out there. So my name is Tommy Paradise.
With your boy DJ up here in the rafters.
This has been episode number 105 of the Run-In Podcast. Good night.
Night.